Is Starmer leading the UK towards stability, or is he quickly becoming one of the most controversial prime ministers in recent history?
Fuck Kier Starmer! Fuck Kier Starmer! Fuck Kier Starmer! Fuck Kier Starmer!
Starmer came into power with some big promises: stability, progress, and a break from the chaos. But it hasn't taken long for things to start falling apart. Now, just a short time into his tenure, not only is he facing backlash at home, but world leaders are also questioning his decisions. Let's unpack exactly what's going wrong. So let's rewind a bit. He took over the Labour Party in 2020 after Jeremy Corbyn's leadership, which was, let's just say, divisive. Starmer was supposed to be the guy who would bring the party and the country back to the center, somebody who could offer a steady hand after years of political drama. But here we are, and it seems like instead of calming the waters, he's stirring things up even more.
Just getting back to this defence budget, Starmer knew he wasn't going to put that up. I don't care what anyone says. He will have predicted, he'll have enough experts whispering in his ear saying this is the situation. He more than implied that, the defence departments were going to get a fair share of money. They were going to be up in the ante. There was going to be new investment with them, bearing in mind the decline they've been in for the last 12 years or so, and it ain't going to happen. And you know what? He knew it wasn't going to happen. That almost verges on lies.
But here's the kicker. It's not just the British public who are fed up. Leaders from across the globe are speaking out, and they're not exactly sending Starmer any love letters. Let's start with Christine Anderson, a German MEP who didn't hold back when she called Starmer a disgrace to any democracy. Now that's a pretty heavy accusation, especially coming from a prominent figure in the EU. Now, Anderson's words suggest that there's real concern across Europe that Starmer might be dragging the UK away from its democratic roots. Next up, we've got Matteo Salvini from Italy, and he bluntly said, "This is not how you should be treating your own people." His message is clear. He's worried that Starmer's policies are edging towards authoritarianism. When a European leader with his own controversial track record starts calling out another leader for being too harsh, then you know that there's a problem. Italy is throwing some shade. Over in Argentina, President Javier Milei had some pretty harsh words, too. He compared his own country's stance on free speech with the UK, saying, "While other countries propose censorship, we propose freedom of expression." Now that is a not-so-subtle dig at Starmer's government, which Milei seemed to see as an increasingly repressive one. And finally, because we can't have news without the Americans weighing in, Ted Cruz, a U.S. senator, made a pretty bold statement. The Magna Carta is on the nanny state. Totalitarians are destroying Great Britain. Cruz isn't known for holding back, and he's here essentially saying that Starmer's policies are eroding the very foundations of British democracy. Now that is a serious accusation, especially from a key figure in one of the UK's closest allies.
You have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive or insulting, intending thereby to stir up racial hatred. The context of your offending is that it arises out of the civil unrest and disorder in many parts of the United Kingdom. On the night of the 2nd and 3rd of August, the Britannia Hotel in Leeds was attacked by people who threw missiles which damaged windows. The police were called, and on the 3rd of August the hotel was locked down for the protection of those who were living there. At the time there were 210 occupants, many of whom were foreign refugees and asylum seekers. Similar attacks to the hotel were launched on the 4th of August. The police attended on each occasion, and units were deployed to safeguard the hotel and to provide an increase in the police presence in the area. In between the two attacks, you took to social media in order to encourage others towards participation in the attacks upon the hotel. As is recognised on your behalf, this offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please? The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months imprisonment. You will serve up to 1/2 of your sentence in custody before you are released on licence. If you fail to abide by the conditions of your licence, you can be returned to prison to serve some or all of the remainder of the custodial term. The victim surcharge will apply, and I will make a collection order.
And let's not forget foreign policy. Starmer's approach to the Middle East, especially when it comes to Israel and Iran, has been raising eyebrows. Instead of bringing a balanced and cautious approach, it seems like he's diving headfirst into a situation that could backfire big time. Now, this isn't what people expected when they voted for stability. Back home, the chaos continues, particularly within the Scottish National Party, where internal conflict has escalated following controversial comments made by senior member Jack Mason regarding the Israel-Hamas situation. Mason's remarks, which many perceived as overly sympathetic toward Hamas, have sparked fierce debate and deepened divisions within the party. Despite the backlash, Mason is standing by his comments, further fueling the discord. Starmer's response to the crisis has been criticized as ineffective. His failure to decisively address the situation has raised questions about his leadership capabilities, particularly in managing internal party strife and broader UK political challenges. So where does this leave us? Starmer's leadership is being questioned from every angle possible. The real question now is whether Starmer can turn this ship around before it's too late. And right now, the clock is ticking, and the window for him to make a comeback is getting smaller every single day. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think Starmer can pull it together? Or is he already on the path to becoming one of the UK's most controversial prime ministers? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.